Hey guys, I am back with another video today, and it's going to be White Lion albums ranked from worst to best. Been a while since I've done some glam metal, and I felt like getting this genre some love. White Lion, a really good band, but they're kind of unfortunately more known for their like power ballads and slower stuff. But if you actually go through and listen to like their albums in full, there's lots of really like hard rocking and kind of heavy songs, and great guitar work from Vito Bratta. Tons of great riffs and solos by him, an amazing guitarist, one of the best of all time, honestly. And yeah, so I'll go through their albums, see where everything ranks here, and give my opinion on the stuff. Here we go. Starting off the list at number 5 is going to have to be Return of the Pride. Now, this album came out in 2008, and it really barely even feels like a White Lion album. Mike Tramp is the only guy from the like classic lineup. He's the vocalist that is on this album. And to be honest, I just listened to this album for the first time yesterday, so I could do this list, but I wasn't expecting much. It was a little bit better than I expected, honestly, but 10 songs on it, not a ton of great stuff, but I'd say probably like about half of the songs were decent at least. Sangre de Cristo was a pretty good song that opened up the album. I have the track listing down here. Battle at Little Bighorn was actually a pretty cool song also, and I'd probably say Let Me Be Me was also a pretty good song. But yeah, probably about 5 out of 10 songs were pretty good, so the rest not that solid. Mike Tramp's voice sounds alright. You can definitely tell he's lost a good bit. I mean, it was 17 years between their 91 album, Main Attraction, and this one. So I'm going to have to give this album a 5 out of 10. Just pretty mediocre, not bad, but not very good either. Next. Main Attraction is going to be number 4. Came out in 1991 and was their 4th album overall. Got it on cassette tape right here, as you can see. And a pretty solid album. It's their last one with the classic lineup of Greg D'Angelo on drums, James Lomenzo on bass, Vito Bratta on guitar, and Mike Tramp on vocals. James Lomenzo actually played on 2 Megadeth albums, one in 2007, United Abominations, and in 2009 on Endgame. Both great albums, but back to Main Attraction here. There's 12 songs on it, and there's like 3 or 4 ballads, depending on what you want to consider a ballad. Don't love the ballads. I mean, a couple of them have pretty cool Vito Bratta guitar solos towards the end. But besides that, they redid the song Broken Heart on this album, which the original is way better in my opinion. And the top 3 songs on this, I would say, are probably War Song for sure, Lights and Thunder, and I'd say Leave Me Alone. But overall, pretty solid album. I give it about a 7 out of 10. Nothing's like spectacular or groundbreaking here, but of course you have Vito Bratta laying down some pretty dang good solos and riffs in certain parts. So definitely a 7 out of 10. In at number 3 is going to be Big Game. Now, this album came out in 1989, and I have this one on cassette as well. But looking at this track listing, you have Radar Love. That's a cover song of the Golden Earring classic. Amazing job they did on this. Probably the best cover of all time. Let's Get Crazy is a great song, possibly their best. Really heavy riffs and great solos from Vito Bratta on that one. A great guitar solo on the song If My Mind Is Evil. Freaking Cry for Freedom is great as well. So some great stuff mixed in here. A little bit inconsistent in some spots, but pretty solid album. I'd probably say it's about a 7.9 out of 10. Not quite an 8 for me, but still a very solid album regardless. Number 3, Big Game. number 2 is going to be Pride. Now, this came out in 1987, and all of these have just been in reverse order of release for ranking here. But sometimes it just goes that way. This was really close with the number 1 album, though. You know, Hungry opening up the album. Amazing guitar riff from Vito. Great stuff. That's an amazing song. Lonely Nights is another one that's amazing. Great little like acoustic sounding intro. Then it breaks into the main riff and everything goes. It's a really good song as well. Looking at this, you know, When the Children Cry is a ballad, but it's actually a pretty good ballad. That's probably one of their better ones. The song Wait is pretty annoying until it gets to the guitar solo. Then you have one of Vito's best solos probably. And then Lady of the Valley is also really great. It's an amazing song. So overall, really, really good album. Probably an 8.5 out of 10. Highly recommend checking this one out. Pride, 87, on to number 1. Fight to Survive, their 1985 debut album, is going to come in at number 1. I unfortunately do not own this one on any format. I'll have to get on that quickly because it's the best album. It's a solid 9 out of 10. And in a lot of spots, this feels more like a traditional metal album than a glam metal album. Some pretty dark stuff here in some spots. El Salvador, the title track, but really great stuff throughout. Looking at this track listing, All Burn in Hell is awesome. Broken Heart, the guitar solo is amazing. Maybe Vito brought his best of all time. And Where Do We Run is another great song. But all throughout the album, 9 out of 10 songs. This one is a little different from the rest of the albums. 9 out of 10 of the songs are not ballads. So 90% of the songs, not a ballad. And then the final track on the album is a ballad, but it has a pretty good guitar solo at the end from Vito. So it's whatever. 9 out of 10 here. Very solid album. So that's my ranking of White Lion's discography. Really awesome band. Definitely recommend checking them out. And they're actually all pretty young still. Like James Lomenzo, the classic bass player of theirs, is only 60. He's the oldest guy that was in the band. So everybody else is mid to late 50s. So hopefully we will see some sort of reunion tour soon. Vito, we want you back, man. You're a beast. One of the best of all time. So let me know what you thought about the ranking, and let me know what your ranking is if you feel like it or not. It's whatever. But, yeah, until next time, thank you for watching.